This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim Lad Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwath that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amwan back at you with another lesson. And going into the title, all right, celebrities will be at the forefront of the Motb, okay? Kim Kardashian, all right? And I ran across this video yesterday, and I'm going to play it real quick, and then I'm going to grab some precepts and close it out. Lord willing is straight to the point and edifying. All right. So basically they have, hold on. Basically they have Kim Kardashian already trying to be used in the forefront of the Motb, which is the spirit too, because I did a video on that, I want to say like about a year and a half ago, talking about how these celebrities were going to start being used at one point to usher in this Motb, because I believe it was Ice Spice, I want to say. She's one of them that has it also. All right, they had a video, it was a viral video. I'm pretty sure it was Ice Spice. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I can find that real quick. Lord willing, it comes up. But she was using her tongue. Ice Spice uses tongue to pay. Store. Let me see. It might have been her. Yeah, it might have not been her actually. It might have been a different. But they were using some girl about a year back, year and a half back. She was paying with her tongue in the store. All right, let me see if it's this one. Nah, it's not that one. But yeah, she was being used. Let me see this. Female rapper pays with her tongue in the store. Let's see if this comes up. Damn, I wish I saved that video. It's in my old phone. Yeah, it didn't come up on here neither. All right, it's all right though. I definitely remember how it was. She was using her tongue to pay, scan her tongue to pay for her bills. Basically, she went into a bunch of fucking high-end stores and she was paying to with her tongue, just scanning her tongue, and it was picking up, you know, basically it was paying it off. And in order for them to be able to pay with their tongue is because they already got that neural link into their body. You see, they already got that neural link in their forehead. You see, so point is, right now, Kim Kardashian is being used at the forefront. All right, which I'm going to show you the video now, and this is what they're going to start doing more and more with these celebrities. All right, because remember, the daughters of music already have been brought low. All right, so you see a lot of these music artists, you know, they're not as fucking popular anymore because everybody just realizes it's fucking trash. You know, same thing with these celebrities that are your actors and your actresses. You know, same thing with them. Shit is wearing down, man. Everything in Babylon is wearing down. So they're gonna have to find a way to, amp it all back up, and these people are gonna become more famous again, just being at the forefront of this new technology. All right. Remember, they're gonna try to make it seem cool. Okay. They're already part of the satanic agenda. Okay. They already have sold their souls. So there's no problem for them to show you even more ways to sell your soul. You see? So let me just grab the video. All right. Where is it at? Here we go. So it says Kim Kardashian to be the first celebrity with a Neuralink chip. All right.
Every move a Kardashian makes is manufactured for the masses. Like, let's be real, people. They've had over a decade of practice on how to create a narrative and push it on to the public. Recently, Kim Kardashian has gone viral for a brain scam that showed low activity, which has now ignited a bunch of conspiracies. Will Kim be getting a Neuralink? Will she be coming out with supplements? Let's talk about it. So a lot of people feel like this scene was included in the show because Kim may be a Neuralink ambassador someday. Could you imagine? A Neuralink is something created by Elon Musk. So Kim spoke to this doctor, Dr. Daniel, and she learned that her initial scans showed low activity in parts of her brain. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I could have told you that.
Dr. Amen does these brain scans to see how your brain health is really looking. What are those holes?
Yeah, I don't like that. So what the holes mean is low activity. The front part of your brain is less active than it should be. With the frontal lobes, as they work.
Like, she looks like she has the low activity happening right now.
Not accepting.
It could be the chronic stress that you've been under, trying to think about taking the boards in a couple of months and studying 10 hours a day. But we have to.
At the end of the day, ain't even about her having, low frequency in the front of her brain. That bitch just stupid as hell. All right. Which he actually makes a point more in the video, how he says that a lot of these actors act as if they're stupid and they're actually intelligent. All right. And it's just part of their agenda of acting stupid. So when things like this are brought upon the masses, they can say, wow, she's cured. You know what I'm saying? Which it kind of makes sense, but check it.
Got to get on a plan to really figure this out because I have some shit to do this summer.
In all seriousness, that is scary news to hear because who really knows what that means? I mean, I would hate to see what's going on up here. Throwback to Tyler Oakley, he wrote out on Twitter, is Kim laying the groundwork for a Neuralink deal? Someone else said that my money is on her using this to set the stage for getting a Neuralink, telling everyone how much better she is, and then immediately passing the bar to prove it works. I don't know how a Neuralink works. If you get that put into your brain, though, I feel like it's cheating, right? Can't you just Google within your brain what the answer would be? Somebody else tweeted, I think this is the most sane theory I've heard this year. Seriously. Another person writes that Kim is going to suddenly pass the bar and become an attorney, but she will give credit to Elon's Neuralink device for her success. This is why she's using her platform to show herself crying about not being able to pass. She knew that even if people celebrated her loss, the TikTok of her crying about failing would gain attention and spread. This paired with headlines that Kim K has low brain activity, which people agreed with her on by saying things like, we can tell. So now when she inevitably passes the bar and sings Elon's praises, people will genuinely believe that this product is effective because they believed that Kim was dumb. She's not dumb, she's smart, and she knows that y'all are dumb because you think she's dumb. She can use that to her advantage and manipulate you. I think Kim is going to go failed bar exam, low brain activity, Neuralink, pass bar exam, ads for Neuralink, and normalization of Neuralink.
And the reason that makes sense is because, see, they are dumb, all right, but they're smart in wickedness, you see? So when it comes to pushing an agenda of being wicked, when it comes to an agenda of being being an actress or an actor, they are good at it because they are part of the entertainment world. So they know how to act and be actresses. You understand? So in a way, he is right what he's saying. They have to play their part now.
Imperative that we bully Neuralink into non-existence. I would not want a chip in my mind. I don't even want the thing that's in your hand. Comment below how you guys feel about that.
See, they might not want it, but it's going to be made mandatory before the whole entire world. You see, that's the snare that's going to come upon the whole entire world. All right, let's just grab this. This is Luke. This is Luke 21 and 34, and it reads, I'm trying to get there. And it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unawares. All right, because that's exactly how it's going to come. All right, it's a snare, so it's when you least expect it. All right, it's going to be made mandatory. Okay, it's being spoken of right now. All right, as we just read in Habakkuk, which we'll go back to that. All right, but this thing is going to be a snare that comes upon everybody. A snare is a trap. All right, is a way of getting people. You know, they have you baited. Okay, and with different baits, and then eventually it comes and it takes you away. Okay, so it says, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. All right, and that's how you know it's going to be a global thing. All right, it's going to be made mandatory globally. Okay, right now you're just seeing it, you know, come out in certain parts of the world. You know, like you go to Sweden, it's already people just doing that shit like no problem. You know, China's trying to set it up for that. You know, that's why they have this whole entire digital ID system. All right, they're speaking of the digital IDs here in America, but you had the IMF not too long ago were saying that digital IDs is not going to be enough. You see, so what's going to be next? What's going to be their next step, since, you know, digital IDs are not enough? It can only mean one thing, because all roads lead to what? It lead to this Motb. All right, it leads to, you know, this RFID, okay, or this Neuralink. It says, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. You see, so, you know, we have to constantly stay prayed up, man. All right, in hopes that the Lord put the spirit in us to endure in the time of the hour of temptation. All right, and, you know, that's why you have to be, you know, constantly in the word of the Lord, because he said, if thou hast because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So keeping yourself, all right, occupied with this truth, all right, that's you keeping the faith, man. All right, that's going into that scripture, in the part in the scripture where it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning the sayings of this book. Okay, the Lord is going to also keep us from the hour of temptation. Okay, so going back to Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And that's how you know we're at the end of this thing, because it is speaking. You see, everything is speaking through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Everything is being spoken through the prophets. We're speaking these things into existence. And now you're going to have, you know, your government's going to start speaking about it. Your celebrities are going to start speaking about it. All right, so that's the vision also being spoken at the end. Okay, because as soon as this devil pulls that out and rolls it out, makes it mandatory, all right, it's only a matter of time before the Lord. All right, let's grab Job 5 and 14. All right, 5 and 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. You see, so the Lord is going to disappoint him. You see, he's not going to allow his system to be, you know, put into place the way he thinks is going to be put into place. All right, in the fullness of its sufficiency, as the scriptures tell you in Job the 20th chapter. All right, the Lord is going to, rain that righteousness upon him while he is eating, when he's about to fill up his belly. He gonna annihilate this place with them thermonuclear missiles. You see? So that's why it's not gonna, work as he thinks in his favor. Okay, let's grab that. This is let's grab this. This is where is that? I believe that's in the Slovakia. This is Psalms 33 and 10, and it reads, the Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. You see? So at the end of the day, going back to the Lord, lifting that standard up against them. All right. The Lord gonna lift up a standard against them in so many different ways, through his men of the Lord having spiritual power, by the Lord bringing, them chariots, bringing the missiles upon this place. All right. But, also that the Lord's going to stop him at the fullness of his sufficiency. You see, he's not going to allow him to establish that righteousness. I mean, that wickedness, that wicked scheme that he has plotted for quite some time. Okay. So it says, the Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Okay. So let's grab this. This is Proverbs. Proverbs. Come on, bro. I tell you, I'm over these damn phones, man. These fucking phones don't even work the way they used to work anymore. This is 19 and 21 in Proverbs. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that shall stand. All right. So here it is that, he has his devices. He has his ways of bringing in his agenda and schemes. Right. But nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that shall stand. Okay. And at the end of the day, we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. All right. That's why we can see these things coming from a mile away. All right. Because we're not in that spirit of being asleep. Okay. We have our eyes out, man. We have the which the Lord has given us, that the water Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, for giving us that eyes out to be able to see these things and be not ignorant to these things, man. Okay. Like everybody else is, everybody in the world is ignorant to what's going on. So that's why they're going to get caught by surprise. They're going to get caught in that snare. Okay. So let's grab Isaiah 32 and 7. And it says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. And that's how they're going to be able to use these celebrities with lying words, with witchcraft and sorceries, like how they always done. Okay. Oh, wow. Kim Kardashian was retarded, half stupid. Now she's smart again, all because of this Neuralink. Now she could pass the bar to being a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So you already hear Elon Musk always, pushing that out there, the vibration of how you can be a paraplegic, can't walk, and now all of a sudden you put this C-hip inside your brain. Now you can walk. You see? Now you can walk. Now you can run. You could jump. You see? And everything here is a digital world. So everything in this digital world is being made as a convenience onto the people. So that's going to be made as a convenience. Okay. And that's why they're going to put these celebrities at the forefront of it. All right. To make you be like, wow, look how convenient it is for her. I could be just like her. You see, because one thing our people have, Jake, they love having their celebrities as idols, man. So whatever their celebrities do, they tend to do right after them. They tend to follow because that's their idols. You see? So these entertainers are gonna push this as it's a righteous thing to do, you know? It's a convenient thing in your life to do. And because people are already under their witchcraft and sorceries, under their satanic ritual ways, okay, and they're under their spells, all right, these people just gonna line up for it, man. Monkey see, monkey do. It's that simple. You see? So let's grab this. I pretty much ended with this because I ain't gonna make it too long. I wanted it straight to the point. This is Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. Yeah, you're going to be a product to this society, man. You're going to have a barcode on you. You see, you're no longer going to have cell phones and computers. You yourself are going to be the computer. You see, and they're going to be able to show, they're going to show you how you can use technology in a whole nother level, which has been old to them, new to us, but old to them, you know. That's how they made that diligent search. They've already tested these things out, man. From animals to people that they, you know, have as slaves underground, you know, have them as you know, they have trafficked slaves underground that you don't even know about, man. People that have gone missing that they've been using as experiments, okay? Because that's what that's what these elites do, okay? But let's grab this. I'll end it with this. This is Ecclesiasticus 27 and 1. And it says, many have sinned for a small matter. All right. And that's why the scriptures say, be not ignorant, you know, to any matter, whether it's big or small, even the smallest matter, roughly paraphrasing it, you know. So, you know, you can't be ignorant to these things, man, because for the smallest things, these people are going to, you know, pierce themselves with great sorrows. For the smallest things and the dumbest things, these people gonna sin. Okay, so it says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. You see, and that's what's gonna happen. A lot of these people gonna seek abundance of the world, abundance of what Esau has to offer and his benefits, you know, abundance of wanting to go back to the way things used to be. Okay, so a lot of them gonna turn their eyes away from the faith, you know, when they know it's wrong, but they're gonna turn their eyes away from it anyway because they live in the flesh. So because they live in the flesh, those that are the flesh-minded things of the flesh, you see, because they live in the flesh, is that much easier, all right, for them to, you know, get brainwashed into this society, okay, because they are of the world. And the world love his own. They're of the world, so they want to be still part of this world. They don't have the understanding that, you know, there's something better than that. They don't even believe that it could be something better than that, you see? So it says, many have sinned for a matter, small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. You see, so sin is right at the door. Okay, between buying and selling, these people gonna pierce themselves with many sorrows, as it tells you in Isaiah. I'll end it with that. All right, Isaiah 36 and 6, and it reads, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. You see, in a broken reed is a piece of wood, okay? And if you lean your hand on it, man, it pricks you right into your skin, okay? So you knowing that it's a broken reed, all right, knowing that it could prick you right through your skin, give you a split and all that, right? Why would you lean yourself on it? Okay. That's why, as the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, who shall pity a charmer when he's been bitten by a serpent? We're not going to feel pity for you, man. We told you not to trust your enemy, man. And here it is. It was a broken staff, a broken reed, right? And you still decided to lean on it, you know? So that's why, you know, as it says right there, all right, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all them that trust in him. You see? To everybody that leans on the shadow of Egypt, like it tells you in Isaiah, the 30th chapter, okay? It's going to be your shame and your confusion because you put your trust in the society, man. All right? So, you know, just wanted to share that through the spirit. You know, these celebrities will be used at the forefront of this MOTB, all right? And that's right around the corner, all right? With all these things happening, that's how you know we're that close. Look how World War III is brewing up on a whole nother level. Shit is going on behind closed doors on a heavy note. See? So, you know, these nations are mad at America. Everybody ready to pretty much drop bombs on America. And that's how you know that we're that close to that MOT being made mandatory, because it has to happen in chronological order. All right? As the scriptures say, wars and rumors of war, but the end is not yet. Why? Because the MOTB has to be established first. It has to be made mandatory in order for the missiles to fly in World War III, where America gets annihilated. You see? But that shit is, man, World War III is stirred up on a whole nother level right now. You see? So that can only mean that the MOTB is right around the corner. And it is, all right? As you know, I coined this year, 2026, the year of the NWO technology, you see? And that's why I've said, I did a video like a day ago or 2 days ago saying that in the midst of all these things happening, remember the snare is coming, because they're trying to keep your mind in so many different places, overwhelmed with this, overwhelmed with that news and this news, that's how they're going to be able to just suck you right in, catch you with that snare, you know. But I'll leave it there through the spirit, Lord willing. You were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, and doing as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.